So I used to be the guy who is basically follows his own brain, and basically you want to know what happened. I was basically just fapping like 3 times a day, watching like anime for like 12 hours a day, like playing video games like every 3 hours only because most of the time was spent watching anime. And like I had online classes, and basically my online classes I didn't even join them. I didn't even join my online classes. They were I literally have my mom and dad got angry at me because I wasn't really like joining the online classes, and I was mostly just watching anime during, like, I would wake up at like 7 a.m. just to go ahead and join the Zoom, the meeting, the Meet, Google Meet. I was forced to wake up at like 7 a.m. Basically, what I do instead of like joining the online class, I literally would just watch anime for like straight up that time until it was breakfast time, and then I'd eat and then go back and watch and like play some video games, play a bit, and then go ahead and watch anime again. Like, this was before I discovered fapping. I was like, I think I was 13 at the time, but when I turned 14, that's when I discovered fapping, and like that's when the addiction started getting worse. Like, first I was watching anime a lot, like 12 hours a day, and second I was playing video games, and third I was also like fapping every day. Like, there would be times where I would fap like 3 times in a day. Like that was insane, bro. Like what I've realized here is that the only reason I was actually doing all that was because I had zero knowledge of what I was doing. I wasn't even aware of what I was doing. I didn't even know that I was actually addicted to video games and to to anime and also to fapping. I didn't know myself that I was also addicted to all of those stuff. That I never knew that I was actually addicted. And so by the time I found out that I basically started like no fab on like no not November. That was the time where I actually started to try, and basically I was able to reach 1 day and then 3 days and then 7 days and then a month. For some reason, it was very tough, to be honest, no fab, but it was thanks to something. Like, for some reason, something was able to make me like continue on, and it was like the motivational videos. I don't know how, but for some reason those motivational videos, they actually kind of helped me with nofap, and I basically lasted about a month. Like, I was reaching first day, and then the third day, then relapse, and then 7 day, and then relapse, and then 1 month. Like, that was like how I was able to like that was basically how it was back then. But what this tells you is that the only enemy that was able to basically like try to fight me, like, I needed help. I needed some help, some knowledge, and others. So basically you are just fighting your own self. Like, you're fighting your own demons. Like, should I say your brain, that you're fighting your own brain, because your brain is basically like telling you like, yeah, go fap right now, like, go watch anime, like, go play video games. Like, those are bad habits. Those can potentially like ruin your life. Like, it could basically make you like, it's hyper stimulating, and basically it makes your brain like, it makes your dopamine receptors like go fried. And you want to know what happens? It basically like causes depression when your dopamine receptors get fried, because playing video games, watching anime, like all of those things, they slowly fry your brain. Like, it takes a while for your like dopamine receptors to be fried completely, but you will realize yourself that the things that used to be fun, like, let's just say you used to have fun, I don't know, biking or like climbing trees as a kid, but now you're old and you don't really want to do them anymore. You just want to go home, play video games. That's all. Like, that's literally what's happening here. You you may know that you're actually just that this is a bad thing. Like you know that that video games is a bad thing. Like you might know, but if you don't know yet, they are a bad thing because the dopamine receptors they get fried. You need to stop yourself. You need to control yourself from playing these things, from using all of these like watching anime and like video games and like fapping. You gotta stop yourself because you may not know, but this is actually like frying your dopamine receptors. Because if you continue on, you will just ask yourself. In the end, you will just end up asking yourself, "Why am I depressed? Why is everything so lonely now? Like or like sad like now? Why is everything like why is anime like I used to have fun watching anime, but now why is it like depressing now? Like why is it boring now? Why is video games so boring now? Like that's what happens when your dopamine receptors get too fried. Right now, you're currently not experiencing it because you're still addicted and you're basically just not really feeling depressed right now. But if you are feeling depressed, that means you gotta stop doing it and you gotta go outside and take a few walks, reset your dopamine receptors. It will take a month of like abstinence from video games. Like it's hard, but you gotta do it. Even I myself haven't done it yet. But I was able to last a week and like the results were amazing. I was able to like feel good. Like I was just watering the plants and for some reason it felt nice and like it felt nice watering the plants. Like that was like the reward for abstaining from all of these like hyper stimulating drugs, these like consuming content like watching anime and basically playing video games, fapping. All of these things when I abstained from like a week, I literally just felt the plant. Watering the plant felt enjoyable. Like that was so strange. It was just a month. Like I mean a day. I mean a week. It was just a week of abstinence. It'll be hard, but you gotta be able to do it yourself. Like that's like ways to quit addictions. You gotta be able to like I still haven't quitted a few of my addictions, but video games and like fapping I was successfully able to quit it because I don't do those things and like it's been a month since I think it's above a month. I don't know how long has it been since I last fapped, but video games I accidentally like I still don't exactly struggle with video games that much. But I rarely like play it, to be honest. Basically you gotta be able to learn. Like actually I shouldn't even like be playing them. Like, I don't even like play them like every day anymore. Like it's just very rare. You gotta be able to do it. You gotta be able to abstain yourself, learn self control, and like learn to meditate, learn to find new habits like lifting weights or doing push-ups on like the floor. Like those things could benefit you and like could also help with your dopamine receptors. Because those things like you gotta learn how to meditate, bro. Because you will never know that the urges were coming into you unless you meditate. I've made a video about meditation in like in my in my channel, so you can go and watch that. And that's all. If you wanna have a coaching call with me, there's one in the description. Keep on improving in life, bro.